Good evening to DeFiChain News on 30th of March 2022, the news show that provides you with the latest updates on DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project. Subscribe and click the bell button. And stay until the end because we will talk about the next shows and dates. But before we start with the headlines, I would like to welcome my co-moderator and expert of DeFiChain, Lord Mark. And I hope you are here and not away like I was in the German version.
All systems
Great.
up and running. Nothing can go wrong this time, hopefully. Let's see.
Hopefully, I stay in the show. Great. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's Wednesday, like you always say. Wednesday is a good day. It's our news day, and we've brought a ton of stuff tonight. It's really a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the longest. We had to quit the question and answers in the German one because it's
Right.
just so much, I would say. Let's
So
start in.
we jump to the headlines and
Okay,
then
let
to
me
the content.
show the headlines, and then here we go, DC.
Okay, we start with the results of the voting round, the CFP and DFIP votings. We will present after that the voting results from the ticker voting round, a short update about Light Wallet, updates on the ranking sites like CoinMarketCap. We have a new wallet, Electrum wallet, and we'll talk about it. Last but not least, from the content side, a community project, an update like usual. And the last topic, like mentioned in the intro, future dates and events. So now you have a lot to talk. We will jump into CFP and DFIP voting round. What happened?
Let me take a sip of water. It's gonna be a long one tonight. Okay, so voting round. The headline was also like super voting week. DFIP and community fund proposal voting is over. The turnout was pretty low this time. So we're gonna go into details in a second, but it was quite interesting. It was very clear. Uh, it was very clear to see from the start actually what proposals are kind of favored by the community and the ones that haven't been favored so much. And I think it kind of influenced the voting behavior a little bit because I think a lot of masternodes saw it's going in the direction maybe, so they didn't really step in. This is our interpretation of the situation. We had only 235 votes, what is actually really, really low. This is about half as much or half as many that we had the last time with 464. That was a little bit, I don't want to say a shocker, but interesting to see. And we want to show you now the results of everything. And here we go. So, like you see, two proposals were not voted with a yes. So this was the quite interesting altcoin stablecoin on DeFiChain. What was even more bizarre because there was not even a funding requested. It was zero DFI. And on the other side, it was kind of half as community funding, half a improvement proposal. I think a lot of people were a little bit confused. And the other one was the quite highly priced sports app that also got voted no. Everything else was a more or less clear yes, especially the two improvement proposals that are like really changing the code here. One was the Ethereum as collateral, and the second one was the proposal where DC, where you were heavily involved with Kügi and Julian together, where it's all about bringing the D token premium down, and this was a absolute clear yes. I think there was not even one no vote on that. So, and I think this is really awesome to see that this was really so highly accepted because it's like something that goes really deep into the system, and I'm very happy to see this. Also, the Ethereum story was a very clear yes, and yeah, that's it more or less. It was kind of unspectacular. I think there's really good stuff in there. It was just not so heavily fought over the proposals. I think when we discussed it, we think they didn't really split the community. The community was very on one side or on the other side, and that's why it was not such a big battle. Yeah, that's actually everything for the voting. and the funding is gonna be paid out over the next days by Usin. So watch the space.
Cool. So congratulations to every winner. Yeah,
Absolutely.
well done. And yeah, we have more community projects helping to grow in our ecosystem. Cool. Then from the one voting round, directly jumping to another one, which is not clear for everyone out what happened here. Ticker voting. What is the result?
Yeah, guys. So the plan was that we add about 4 tickers every month, that we reach about 50 tickers by end of the year, and we had our March voting round. It was a very interesting one. We had a couple of tickers that were actually listed on oracles before on the DEX. So we explained that last week, that we are not going to introduce new tickers that haven't been tested for technical reasons. They're going to come next month. But the turnout was pretty good. We had 1,030 votes compared to 1,300. So also here was a slight drop in voting, maybe a little bit of voting fatigue, but I think the outcome was pretty cool. So I'm really happy with the voting. I gonna show you the results now.
Show the results. Yes.
The results are the following. So Disney, they didn't make it the last time, and was the unlucky 5th place, took the lead this time. So Mickey Mouse is now part of DeFiChain. I think a lot of people really wanted to see, because it's not tech. We have so much tech, and I love tech, but getting a little bit other stuff on was pretty cool. Then we had MCHI China, what is the ETF, what got had also a really, really high acceptance with 46.7%. Then we had MicroStrategy. I like the story. I think it's a great narrative for Bitcoin, so people voted on that. So we have kind of a crypto stock after Coinbase, a second one. And the fourth one was INTC, Intel Corporation. I think a great tech company, builds great microchips. So yeah, that's place number 4. And what's next? Normally people ask on the 31st of March, so they're gonna get listed. That's actually tomorrow. You're gonna see them on the DEX. And then over the weekend, the new reward allocation is gonna be announced. So watch the announcement channel, and we're gonna tweet all over the place. And then we on the 4th, on a Monday, normally, the rewards gonna kick in, and you can start earning rewards on these new token pairs. That's it, more or less. We've done this a couple of times already. It's gonna go sure smoothly, and yeah, just watch how the rewards gonna be redistributed. It's gonna be interesting.
Right. And in the background, we try to list new tickers on DeFiScan. That's the test run. Only tickers on DeFiScan with a stable price feed are able to choose for voting. So if that is changed or something happened on that side, we will talk in one of the upcoming news shows.
Absolutely.
Cool. Then next topic, our ranking websites like CoinMarketCap. Also here, a lot of progress. What happened in 1 week only, right?
This is really insane, because this is something that we've been asked so many times from the community, and there was a lot of disbelief. Why can this not happen? So we made a really big step forward. So I want to start with CoinGecko, because this is for me the prime news, right? So CoinGecko finally managed to list us in the right in the proper ranking. So we are on around number 60 at the moment. What is really nice, because it's like the front page. So the first 100 are on the front page, and that's really important to get a lot of attention for the project. They also listed like the D token last week already, and the DEX volume and all these things. So they kind of trust the numbers now, and it's amazing for us, right? I think it's a really big step. We are on Messari.io listed properly. We are on CoinGecko. We are on CoinPaprika. Only CoinMarketCap is still missing, but even on CoinMarketCap, we made progress. So DUSD, our stablecoin, is listed now correctly. Still in the ranking a little bit further down, but we are there. The numbers are correct. And they started also listing the D tokens. The story with the D tokens is just, you might see that some of the links are going to the wrong token or coins out there, because the problem is that some of the names were kind of taken by other projects. There's something on FTX, I think, with Tesla. So this has to be sorted out, but this is more like administrative work to be done in the background. But these big websites are listing us now, and this is a big success, and it's gonna drive for sure. People are gonna see, hey, what's the coin that outperforms BTC, and why is that coin up constantly? So this is gonna be a big thing for us.
Right. At this time, I also want to say thank you to David Lynn. I think he is heavily involved in the background, talking to them, providing the API, make clarifications about why we are listed in which way. So they take care of the project and help us to get on the right way. And I think also CoinMarketCap should follow CoinGecko. We can help from the community side, push. Why are you the only one with the wrong listing? Can you correct it, please? We will push it.
Yeah, David is doing a great job here, sorting these things out. So it's taken care of. We promised you that all the time, that things gonna happen. Sometimes it just takes time.
Okay, then next topic. There's a new wallet. Should I download it and use it? What would you say?
It sounds pretty cool, right? We should give it a try. The problem is, it's called Electrum wallet. It came out of the dark. It was actually pretty cool. It just appeared, and there was an announcement. So I think a couple of people got kind of confused. So Light wallet, Electrum wallet, what's the thing? So the thing is that exchanges need multi-sig functionality. That means not only one person can sign a transaction. There's a security feature, and it's very common. And there was no wallet actually written by the DeFiChain community. So the core development team did this in the background. I think Cake needs that, and I think for the DFX exchange, this is gonna be a really helpful tool. Splitting permissions just helps to secure funds, especially if you deal with customer funding, right? And that's pretty cool. It's available for Mac soon. It's available for Windows and Linux, as I understood already. And if you want to play around with it, I mean, you can download it if you want to secure your treasury with that or whatever. But I would say the average normal human being like you and me not going to need it. But it's a great thing, especially if we want to go more into adoption with exchanges. And that's a great update.
Cool. Then we are coming to our regular point regarding community projects and the updates. Do you want to drink something before we start with the long list? Because we had a lot of updates from the community side. So let's go.
It's crazy, right? Because when we started with, I have to speed up now already, double speed. When we started with community project updates, this was like, a 2-line item in some way. And now it's like the majority of the news. And this is awesome because we're decentralized projects. So keep it coming. DeFiChain Income, first project. Igor developed a real app. So before it was a progressive web app that you could actually run on your mobile phone or on your Mac, but that wasn't possible on Windows. So now there's a real kind of native app that you can download for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Has got only 7 megabytes. It's pretty small and smooth, and that's available now. A cool thing actually to say, the server crashed last week, and the cool thing is, I mean, normally you would say a server crash is not that cool, but the adoption of that website is insane. He's got 8,500 daily users on that use his tool. And all the requests just crushed the system, and now he upgraded to a bigger server. And he's also working on the D-token that they are going to be ready when they launch, or at least when the rewards kick in next week. Second topic, Accelerator team. The Accelerator teams are on their moon mission and going full steam ahead. There was a brave campaign. 100,000 unique visitors visited our 5-step page. The 5-step page is like this brochure that explains you very easily how to buy DFI, how to trade DFI, how to stake DFI. So actually, like really, the super short version, what can you do with DFI? And this was big success, and the next campaign is already starting within the next 12 hours, I guess, or so. because 31st of March. And now we have a new page that you get directed if you click on a link. And it's pretty cool. Animated jelly is swimming around. One of the guys is coming out of the gaming industry, so he's really good with animations. So that's where that comes from. That's really, really cool. And there's a new website. It's called choose.defichain.ac. If you go on the old link DC, I think it links to the new link, right? But there's a new link to follow. So this is really good. They teamed up with Cake. They were pretty smart. They said if we order more, we get a better price. It's not a cheap thing, as you know. And I think they said, okay, Cake's buying a couple of campaigns, DeFiChain's buying a couple of campaigns. We got a volume discount. I think that's a pretty smart move. Yo, what else have we got? Yeah, a lot of articles are circulating at the moment. So when you saw there's Crypto Bubbles Club, there's Crypto Daily, there's Blogconomy, there's Crypto.news. So all these articles are actually written by the DeFiChain Accelerator team or by some content writers that they kind of work together with. And these are really good articles. This is not just chilling the coin, it's really well researched and how is DeFiChain fitting in that ecosystem on Bitcoin and stuff, and this is really, really good. And all the links to the articles, DC is, like always, doing a great job and putting this in the show notes. So if you haven't read these articles, then really, read it. It's really cool stuff, and share it and post it and go crazy on that. That's where the content is made for, right? Not only for information, but also kind of for marketing.
I will do it later. Yeah,
absolutely. It's not dead.
Maybe okay. One comment: Brave campaign. We make it, or we are making it together with Cake. Result is we will have 2 additional Brave campaigns in the number of 6. So every month 2 for the next 3 months. And I just recognized we also missed a point in the German version. The airdrop is postponed because CoinMarketCap is redesigning their airdrop page and procedure. So here we have no date. It will take another couple of weeks, maybe 6 to 8. We update it when we have a date.
Accordingly. Absolutely. Thanks for pointing that out, DC. Okay, DFX. Our Swiss heroes running their exchange are doing really, really well. So they had, on the 29th of March, they had almost 900,000 euro in kind of trading volume, if you want to say. 679k euro in purchases and about 200,000 euro in sales. Means it is about 3 times more inflow than outflow. That's nice to see, right? So it's not only that people kind of cashing out, it's more like also a lot of money coming in. They did in total already $8 million in transaction, 8 million euros even in transactions. And the overall, the inflow and outflow, we are still inflow positive and outflow negative, means more money is coming in than going out. Because all started about how to make it easy to bring your money, to convert it back into fiat. But it's like, it's super positive. Very happy to see that. DeFiChain bridge, a lot of people ask about it. So this is like the bridge that's going to bridge into the Binance chain and also later on Ethereum. We started with Binance chain because the transaction costs are just reasonable, while Ethereum is still a little bit tricky at the moment. A new logo was launched. Awesome cool logo. Check it out on DeFiChain-bridge.com. They had a nice logo before that was a bridge, but now it's more like a modern style, and they are redesigning the website on the go. Looks pretty cool. Well done, Daniel and the designers behind that. And he's also working on a kind of a hacker contest. So the community did a lot of work already. I think he paid out already $8,000 or is in process paying out $8,000 on bug bounties. Thanks a lot. Daniel Kagara is coming out of his own pockets or out of the project pockets. And this hacker contest is going to be addressed not only to communities, more or less the idea is to bring it to a worldwide hacking community, because he really wants to stress test the system and wants to see if somebody can break it, because at the end of the day, we really want to put a lot of liquidity on there, and we want to make it very, very safe. DeFiChain helps. Last but not least, they canceled carbon credits already. So we are DeFiChain neutral. It's very important to say there's still a big discussion out there about proof of stake, proof of work, what is better for the environment. A lot of discussions ongoing. We are the good guys. We are carbon neutral. Thanks a lot, Balthasar and team for doing this. They they invested in this clean cooking stoves in Kenya, what is actually a pretty cool idea, and it helps to bring the carbon CO2 output actually down. Yo, that's it for the community projects. Long list, and I think a big highlight already here, no?
Right. So then we come to our last point, future dates, what's happening next?
Okay, very important one. The release date or let's say the hard fork date is still planned for the 7th of April. That would include, of course, the 2 DFIPs. It's pretty juicy, nice hard fork that is planned. And if things go right, everything's gonna happen on the 7th of April. If if the developers find maybe some bugs but I think they're very well prepared this time, then it could come to a delay, but I haven't heard anything negative. That's a good sign. No news are good news. Then we have Fabio asked us, so he's planning a physical community meetup, guys. Hard to believe, people gonna meet in person again, and the idea is he really wants to check. So it's gonna be like kind of middle of Europe, because we have a big community there, and Fabio is also there. So we're gonna do it like Germany, Austria, Switzerland, somewhere in that area. I don't know yet. Please check it out. DC is gonna link up there's a survey that he does. When is gonna be what area, I think, are you willing to pay kind of an entrance fee and all the things. Pretty cool. Take part, help him to figure out what's the right way to go. He doesn't want to decide this by himself. Thank you very much, Fabio. Last but not least, next news show next Wednesday. Everybody knows that already. And then, that's it with the headlines.
One thing, did we miss a fireside chat? Was it not postponed to tomorrow, the premiere?
Oh, guys, really? Hey, fantastic DC. Hey, so sorry. We have actually a great fireside chat, and the fireside chat is tomorrow. And it's a YouTube premiere. Check it out. We had a great guest there. He moved from Germany to Portugal and is super, super informative, guys. If you think about moving out of Austria, Germany, if you want to have a better taxation setup for cryptocurrencies, check that out. He's real knowledgeable. He's got a good network. I hooked him up already with a couple of other people. Check him out, and it's going to be really exciting. I don't want to say more. It's going to be 1 hour of really interesting topics tomorrow. Thanks, DC. Cool. I nearly forgot.
Me too, in the German version. Okay, then we are at the end. I would say we answer a couple of questions.
Let's do that.
You was a little bit faster because the Mac didn't crash on my side. Stay tuned if you are live. All the others out there seeing this news show later. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and see you next week.
Thanks, and bye-bye.